sports.
Welcome to the Shot Clock, where we're talking sports, entertainment, and lifestyle. I'm your host, Mina SayWhat, and we're 100% digital, 100% live, and 100% real. Let's count them down. Welcome to the Shot Clock. It's our digital sports show. I'm your host, Mina SayWhat. We do this every Monday, 12 o'clock on our digital and social pages at R&B Phillies, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and Facebook. I want to welcome Terrell Thomas to the show this week. Hello, T.
Hey. Happy to see you. Happy to be here. How you doing?
Same thing. I can't complain. Terrell's a senior sports and entertainment editor for These Urban Times. Happy Mother's Day. How was your Mother's Day? I know, you have a mother, you have a wife, how was your Mother's Day?
It was chill. I did some cooking and stuff yesterday, some candy yams and grilled some salmon and zucchini.
Oh, okay.
They were chilling. My mom not down here, but my mother-in-law and my wife, they enjoy. So it was chilling. Chill experience.
Well,
How about you?
Shout out all the moms. I was actually at work with my mom. I came back from Jamaica and went right to work with my mom, and then we went out to dinner afterwards. So shout out to all the moms, especially this year. Moms got to be like coaches, teachers, moms. They got to work. It was just a crazy year. They're doing everything, So before we get into it, let's put ourselves on the shot clock. We're trying to stay on time today. Got a lot to talk about. Let's get into the playbook. Congratulations to the Sixers. They've won their last 8 games. It's a straight winning streak. Here's the standings right now. We're still number 1 in the East. We're now pretty pulled ahead from the Nets. We were battling for that number 1 slot for a bit. Are we playoff ready though, Terrell? Because this is the last week of the regular season. Are we playing like a number 1 seed headed into the playoffs, ready to kill?
I think so. I mean, you started it off with the 8-game winning streak. That in itself kind of shows that they've turned it up. They've turned it on. They wanted to clinch that number 1 seed, and now it's just about staying healthy, staying sharp, so that when it is time, to really go make them big bucks in the playoffs, they're ready.
I disagree. I don't think they're there yet. I don't see this intensity there that I need to see going into the playoffs. I don't see the consistency there. We'll be up and then we lose the lead. The bench comes on and then we lose it. I mean, shout out to Dwight Howard. He's been an excellent addition for us. He is one of the best guys to follow up Joel Embiid. He actually just moved to number 11 on the NBA All-Star rebound list with 14,250. Congratulations to him. But I feel like the rest of the supporting cast really just needs to be more consistent. I don't feel like we are, and that's been my thing. Consistency, not just from the supporting cast and the bench players, but also from our all-stars and our starters. Like, I was looking at the last 4 games, right? So we beat the Pistons by 14. They're 15th in the East. We beat the Pelicans by 2 points. They're 11 in the West. We beat the Rockets by 20 points. Okay, that's a little bit better. They're 15th in the West. We beat the Bulls by 12 points. They are 11th in the East. All of these teams are under 500. We should be beating the brake pads off of these teams if we are a number 1 seed headed into the playoffs. And it's not that we don't have the talent. I just think the intensity is not there and the consistency is not there. And I need everybody to turn it up a little bit.
I'll agree with you on the intensity. They can kind of amp that up a little bit, but I don't think they need to get too intense, and then we have an injury that's going to linger into the postseason. So I can't agree with you from the consistency standpoint, but I think from everything else, they'll be just fine.
Yeah, well, we'll see. We're number 1 seed, so we'll get an easy, first rounder, and hopefully our road to the playoffs is, an easy one for us. Okay, you don't want to play the Nets. Stay away from the Bucks. Stay away from all these other teams. Okay. Joel Embiid is looking like a beast on the court. Recently, he spoke about his success and how he owes much of it to Kobe Bryant. A lot of people do. He said, I was about 13 or something like that. It was the finals against Boston. It was my first time watching NBA basketball. It happened to be the Lakers. All I kept hearing about was Kobe, and they won that year. That was the first time I watched. And that was when I also fell in love with basketball. That's why he became one of my favorite. Well, he became my favorite player. And then even if you watch the way I play basketball and the moves I've added, especially when it comes to the fadeaways over both shoulders, that comes from a lot of tapes on Kobe's game. This guy is still influencing everyone, even in his passing. How incredible is that? Do you think people are going to pay tribute to him in the playoffs? Do you think we're going to see that?
Yeah, I think so. And then this weekend, Kobe will be enshrined and inducted into the Hall of Fame. So of course, like this entire month we'll get a little bit of a Kobe love, I believe.
Yeah, I feel like I really enjoyed it last year, and I kind of want to see that kicked up a notch as well. Kobe influenced a lot of people. I mean, I think not even just basketball players, but like regular people, like Kobe. Like how many of us didn't say that when we were kids? Like we wanted to be like him. Well, I need Joel to turn up that Kobe intensity. Kobe's the kind of guy that he would will himself to win a game, right? Drop 80. We're losing. I'm going to drop 80 and make us win. I think LeBron has that same kind of intensity. I need to see that from especially Joel Embiid, in going into the playoffs. I need him to kick it up and will his team into these winning situations when we're not doing that well. And players like Kobe can do that and have done that. And I'm really looking forward to seeing Joel be that kind of leader on the court as we head into the playoffs. Okay. Switching gears for the Eagles. This is funny. The Giants are reportedly livid. And that's not the word I'm using. That's a quote. Livid that the Eagles traded up for Devontae Smith. I would be mad too. This is a player that can literally change your whole offense. I would be pissed too, especially when we conspired with the Cowboys to get Devontae. Like, what is going on here?
Things happen, Hey, the Eagles, it's so funny. I remember when the Eagles lost that final game and they fell to the 6th spot. I was on social media the next day just advocating that they did that for Devontae Smith. They did it for Devontae Smith, and people were saying he won't be there at 6. He won't be there at 6. When everything shaped out and they ended up moving to 12, I didn't expect him to be there at 10 or 12. So for them to be able to jump up and get a talent of that caliber, I'd be livid as well if I was the Giants. They probably were salivating. They probably thought they were going to get this great talent to go with Daniel Jones, and here comes Howie swooping on in with one of our rivals to get the deal done. Excellent work.
Devontae even thought he was going to end up with the Giants. He thought he was going to end up either with the Giants or the Panthers. So, Devontae didn't see himself coming to Philly. Well, welcome, young man. And he is out here killing them fresh to death in these suits. I mean, listen, if he don't bring us catches, he is bringing us fashion. Because look at what Devontae is giving here. Can you, Amir, shouts to Amir, our producer, can you get rid of this Giants? Go back. Get rid of this. There we go. Go back a little bit to the other picture.
With the DS on him.
Look at this. Look at this DS. But wait a minute. Look at the robe. He got a sash on. This is like a robe.
That's player.
Do you see it? It ties on the side. He got his little pocket square. Look, and the bow tie is velvet.
What is that, velvet?
What is that, velvet? Devontae is killing him. I was reading the comments. Someone said, this boy is fresher than a peppermint. I was like, let's look at the next suit. This is the first suit that he wore when he did press. Look at, this is a
clean.
This boy is killing him.
He is clean. One thing for sure, we'll know on Sundays the cameras will be on him as he's entering the building at Lincoln Financial Field.
Absolutely, he's gonna be in our high fashion segment every week. Because look at this. Look, I can't even. How many DS pins does he have? That's what I want to know.
That's that Heisman fresh.
Right. So that's the playbook. Let's get to our word from one of our sponsors.
Stop overpaying for wireless. Switch to Boost Mobile and watch your bill drop. Plans starting at $10 a month that match your data needs. Think your phone company can get down like that? Get started for as low as $10 a month. All on America's largest 5G network for less. Boost Mobile.
Welcome back to the Shot Clock. I'm your host, Mina SayWhat. We are right on time. Terrell Thomas is joining me, senior sports and entertainment editor for These Urban Times. So, T, breaking news. Shout out to Amir, our producer. Put this on our radar. Rapper J. Cole is expected to play for the Rwanda Patriots in the BBC in the inaugural season of the Basketball Africa League. Hello. Hello, J. Cole. At 36 years old, this man is now in Rwanda quarantining to start his first game this Sunday. This is a 12-team league. Now, if you're probably wondering what the hell is J. Cole doing on an African basketball team, J. Cole can ball. Watch this. Money. That is money. Shout out to the catch and shoot, man. I mean, look, I'm not surprised by this. J. Cole loves basketball. There's some guys in the entertainment business that I might not be surprised, like 2 Chainz, Quavo, J. Cole. This is not surprising to me to see them want to join a league. Now, he played in high school and he was a walk-on for St. John's. How incredible is this, Terrell?
It's beyond incredible, and it's fascinating because about this time last year, I spoke with Master P, and he was speaking on training J. Cole, how J. Cole was going through training. A lot of people don't know Master P was also a gentleman who tried out for the NBA, and he worked out with Shaquille O'Neal and a lot of great NBA players. So he was passing that along to J. Cole. And to see now a year later that Cole is going to actually have an opportunity to not only help the NBA expand its audience with NBA Africa, but to actually be on a roster. He's going to play anywhere from 3 to 6 games. It's incredible, man. It's great to see. It's very great to see.
How much do you pay J. Cole to play in your basketball league? Like, I'm so intrigued by this. I mean, clearly it's not about the money. It's about his minimum. What?
He's probably getting that veteran minimum.
Right. I mean, it's not about the money for him. Obviously, this is about his passion and him obviously getting into a different, hobby of his. But this is incredible. I would go to Africa to watch J. Cole play. Seriously. Now, a lot of people think that this is promotion for his upcoming album, which is coming out on Friday. It's called The Off Season. But I feel like there's a lot going on. Like the fact that his album's called The Off Season, he's literally been in the off season, and now he's playing for a league in Africa. I mean, I can't wait to watch him play, and I can't wait to listen to this album, okay? Now let's get into water. What was that?
20 points in his first game.
Oh, wow. oh, wow. You okay? You want him to Kobe on him?
Yeah, he's going to come out shooting.
We'll see. It's funny. I wasn't even thinking about how much he would score. I was just impressed that he's playing for an actual league. I mean, he's going to have to be at practices. Like, I know this is a startup league, but he's going to have to take this serious.
Very much so.
We'll see. In water cooler talk, this is an interesting conversation, right? 5 states are going to allow college athletes to profit starting on July 1st. Okay, the NCAA is actually also moving towards extending similar rights to college athletes across the country. Is this a good idea?
I think it's a magnificent idea. You have people who say athletes are paid by their scholarships and being able to get a free education. And I hear that. I understand how that goes. But I also think when you have outside parties that are able to make money off of your talent or your likeness, I do believe that is a problem. So I am glad that there is going to be some type of regulations that will come about. I don't think these gentlemen deserve $1 million deals or anything like that. But if you can go on a Saturday afternoon to a car dealership and sign some autographs, you know, and make $1,000, that'll help a young man or a young woman, a student athlete out a lot. So I think it's fantastic what they're doing. I think it's about time.
You know, I'm on the fence about this because so when I was in college, I went to Syracuse. My best friend Josh played for the basketball team, and then my boyfriend actually played for the football team. So I kind of saw how their days were structured and how busy they are. And, you know, we forget a lot of the times with these college athletes that they are student athletes, right? So a lot of the times they do treat them like businesses, but people forget that they're there to get an education. And I feel like sometimes we get away from that, right? And most of these guys that play on the college level are not going to be pro. Let's be honest. So I kind of have an issue with like paying people, like treating them like they're pro when they're not there yet, you know, when they really should be students first and foremost. You know, they are getting paid in the sense of class, you know, education, meals, housing, you know, they get all those things. But I kind of feel like once you start paying people, you're making them pro. You know what I'm saying? And it's like you're adding more things to their schedule. You're adding endorsement deals. You're adding, you know, sponsorships. You're adding meetings. You know, you're adding all these extra things. When do they have time to be students?
I think that depends. Your point is fair, but I think for a lot of the athletes, they're coming to school for afterlife, kind of. So like they're looking for their job. You know, we go to college. People go to college and they major in X, Y, and Z because they want to be a doctor, lawyer, X, Y, and Z. These folks are coming to play because they want to be professional football or basketball players. So they're not looking at the, you know, the typical education that me or you may be looking at. So I think their time will be fine. And it won't be everyone. It'll only be, you know, those who can profit off of their likeness. It won't be everyone, just kind of the stars and, you know, the elite players.
We'll see how this works out. Because I've always been against this just because I feel like they should be there to get an education. And I feel like once you start paying them from companies, there's other requirements, you know, that come with that. And this person's here to get an education. I think we get away with that with some of these D1 schools. They get away from that and they start just thinking about the athletic part of it. And it's a shame because some of these guys are not going to go pro. A lot of these guys, what is their life after playing college or, you know, college basketball or football? You haven't focused on the academic part of it. What do you do afterwards? You know, so we'll see how this turns out. I'm a little uneasy about that one right there. Now, trending this week was this hot mess press conference between Logan Paul and Floyd Mayweather. Watch this.
Let's do it.
Let's make it happen.
Let's make it happen.
Yes, sir.
Get the paperwork for this bum.
Get Al Hammond.
Absolutely. I don't need Al Hammond.
Let me call Al Hammond.
I'm my own boss. I'm my own boss.
One night. Got your hat. Got your hat. Got your hat.
I don't know why this little boy wanted to play with Floyd Mayweather like that, because Floyd went full Terminator, I'm gonna kill you, and he said those words. This guy just dug himself into such a hole. You don't play with Floyd Mayweather like that. This ain't a little kid game. You don't snatch a grown man's hat. What is wrong with this guy? He wants to die. He wants to die.
I think that it just all seems staged to me. Everything these Paul brothers do to me just is kind of like a joke and whatnot. And Floyd is the master of marketing. So that whole that whole charade was just nothing but comedy to me. Nothing but comedy.
So you think it was real? Here's what Logan had to say about that. I mean, it was fake. Here's what he had to say about it.
Are you even more amped up to get in there with Floyd?
Yeah, bro. That shit just got personal by default. You know, it was supposed to be like a cute little press conference, come together, get people excited for the fight. Now people are talking about killing people. What the fuck?
I don't think this is fake. Logan Paul said this is very real. That whole scuffle was very real.
Yeah, I'm not buying it. They trying to get them pay-per-view views up. I'm not buying it at all. Not at all.
You know what though? At first I didn't think this was gonna be a real fight, but I think Floyd is so pissed. He's gonna beat this boy up bad. Floyd is mad. He tried to embarrass him in front of the whole world. The champ, undefeated. This young boy. This is why you don't engage in this fight. This is why I've been saying you don't give someone like this the time of day, because they'll go and do that, right? Try to snatch your hat and embarrass you. They have no respect, zero respect. The interesting part about this is, did you see, Terrell, that they said Chad Johnson and Pac-Man Jones might be on the undercard? Did you see that? Are you watching this?
These celebrity boxers, I grew up a big boxing fan, especially us being, from Philly. That's something that we love and cherish. These YouTubers boxing and athletes boxing and whatnot, I'm not buying it. I'm not watching. Someone's going to watch, but not me. I'm not buying it. No, ma'am.
Well, you got Mike Tyson, chiming in, talking about Floyd's gonna beat up, it's just, this is craziness. Real boxing is meeting like social media boxing. So, I'll be watching. I want to see Floyd beat this boy up. He talked too much for me. He's doing too much. This is like your third professional fight, and you over here taking the champ's cap. Like, there's no respect there. No. Floyd about to show him what 50-0 looks like. That's what's about to happen, okay? Let's get into the plays this week. Our Sixers are rounding out the regular season. These all need to be wins at this point. All of them. I want to see, like, beating them by over 15 points. That's what I need to see. What do you need to see this week as we head into the playoffs, Terrell?
You said it right. Looking at this schedule, it should be 4-0. They should be all wins. But I'm looking at that Thursday game against the Heat. The Heat is still kind of fighting for seating position. Excuse me. And they might need that game a little bit more than Philly, so they might just come out a little bit hungrier. But I'll say 3-1 just because of that Heat game.
Yeah, I'll be at one of these games this week. I got to get my schedule together. I just came back from Jamaica. Yeah, man.
Living a good life.
Yeah, man. Drinking Bob Marley's all day. Singing, could this be love? Could this be love? Thank you guys for watching. Hey, Aunt. Yes, I'm fresh off vacation. I'm ready for our Sixers to get these W's. Yes, Sean, Jamaica was great. It's funny, though, while I was in Jamaica, I was a little frustrated because I couldn't watch all of the games. So I was like struggling. Like, I kept updating on my phone. I signed up for like that international pass that they give you for $10 a day. But for some reason, it was hard for me to stream any kind of games or things like that. So I was a little annoyed in Jamaica because I couldn't watch all of the basketball games. So I'm like, I can't wait to get back to watch basketball. That's what I was thinking about in Jamaica. So,
that's funny.
Thank you guys for watching. Good luck to our Sixers as they wrap up this week. We are expecting that number 1 seed so we can go on to the playoffs and have a pretty easy route to what hopefully will be, a championship caliber team and series for us, for the Sixers. So make sure you check us out next Monday, 12 o'clock on YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and what did I miss? Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, and Facebook. Thank you guys for watching. It's the Shot Clock. I'm Mina SayWhat. Thanks for watching the Shot Clock. I'm your host, Mina SayWhat, and you got something you want to talk about next week? You can always hit me up on social media at Mina SayWhat, and make sure you join us 12 o'clock next Monday on R&B Philly's Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Twitch. We'll see you then.